What is going on, guys? Today we have got a Ronaldinho SBC that honestly is a little bit daunting. When we look at him, once we get this loaded, we've got him in the icon section. If you haven't seen already, I think he's roughly coming in at about 4 million. 23 SBCs. We will discount the fact that 2 of them are bronze and silver, so that obviously is only 21. And then we also have, I say a freebie, but you get the loan version, but for an 84 rated team. Not a big fan of that. I felt like that could definitely have been an 81, 11 rares. Nice and easy to get the loan. They're forgetting that they gave us like 25 games for R9. I feel like the loan one most definitely could have been cheaper than an 84. To say that we've already got the loan version, then obviously people who have already got a Ronaldinho won't really want to do this, but they've tied it with XP because that is just the way they do it. But then if we go past that, so we've got two SBCs of 11 bronze rare and obviously 11 silver rare, an 84, and then we jump up to an 88 Brazilian minimum 1. We then go to a Milan 88, a Barca 88, La Liga 88, and a Serie A 88. So already I'm like, okay, this is going to be one of the most expensive SBCs that we've seen. We then jump up to another 88 with a team of the week, season, or foot champs. Then we go on to the 89s. Obviously, all of these, bar from one, are just 89s. Then obviously the final one is a foot champs or team of the season, team of the week. We also then have a few 90s on here. Again, finishing off with another requirement of one of them. We then have some 91s, which is just crazy in itself. One of them requires team of the season, team of the week. Again, you're going to be putting a lot of team of the season in these anyway. And then to finish off, we get the 92. Straight away, I'm like, okay, this might not be worth it. In terms of the card, we are looking at how much of the SBC he is here. His price currently on the market is 4 million coins. 4 million and a bit of change. The SBC at this moment in time is coming in at 4,155,000 coins. This is the problem I have with him, is the fact we've got a lot of left wings. I'm not saying that they're Ronaldinho-esque, and I'm not saying that he's not necessarily fully unworth it. But the question is, how do we grind him? Because if you've not got yourself a Rashford, a Vinny, a Ronaldinho team of the year, maybe even a cheeky Mbappe or a little bit of Son moments, realistically, he's going to be one of the better choices. We did have a foot birthday icon Rivaldo, and again, that was an SBC / as well, we do have a Mane. But it all depends on what you want, because for me, Ronaldinho is one of my favourite players of all time, and especially in an icon form, I'll do anything to get this card. What I would suggest straight off the bat before doing any of this is make sure you give a go to this 90 plus icon pack, because I can imagine we might see heroes next. I would definitely look at this first, give it a go. It's only 3 SBCs, and realistically an 84, 6 and 7 is not going to hinder too much on the SBCs that obviously we've got to give up anyway. Maybe the 87 might be throwing away an 88 rated team, but we're going to need a lot of fodder regardless. And the big thing is, and I think the picture with this is, you are not meant to get Ronaldinho done tomorrow. It's just not possible unless you have got either the coins to spend the players on, or a club that is stacked beyond stacked and you've got so many people waiting on the transfer list already. A 92 rated team, just to kind of put into perspective of what that kind of level is, realistically it's going to be team of the seasons if any, because gold cards, who have we even got gold cards that are that are 92 and above? I don't think there's many, and if there is, it's got to be like one or if any. We've got none. I'd like to tell you about skycoach.gg. They offer many features within the FIFA franchise, from FIFA coins to FIFA Weekend League boosts, from trusted sellers, pro players, and are the best prices on the market currently. They have fast delivery, high quality services, lots of games, and also a cashback program. The more coins you buy, the more eligible you are for cashback options. So if you want to buy FIFA coins at the best price, click the link in the description of this video. It will be active promo code for 10% discount from my subscribers. All you have to use is the code JT11 at the checkout to receive this bonus. On to the video. Have we actually got no 92s? There is literally not one single gold card that is a 92. So realistically, it has to be team of the seasons. So for instance, if we was to throw in a few players, obviously I'm not going to complete this one with these players, but if we take off some of the team of the seasons that I've managed to get over the course of these few weeks, we'll obviously throw in a few loans as well. Most of them will be relatively cheap. Like, for instance, the goalkeeper, I'd happily put him away, not a problem. And then I think if we go the 91 here, that would give us a 92 rated team. Wow, and that comes to show here. So that is a 92 rated team. Not that expensive. If you go through the whole list, like realistically, you could get some cheaper 92s. You can get maybe a couple of 91s instead. You could make it as cheap as you want. Obviously, the 90s will then need the 94s in this as well. But that is what you're looking for, that one squad. Obviously, then as we go further down, then you've got the 91s, the 90s, and I don't think it's necessarily the ratings that the problem. It is the quantity. Trying to do 5 90 rated SBCs doesn't come very easily. And the methods that you're going to use are going to work to some extent. They're not always going to work, and coins are always going to be easier for this guy, or making sure that you've obviously got a few bits of fodder already in your club. Make sure you are utilizing your quick recovery, but we're going to show you the best ways to get fodder, and it's going to be by a week basis. This card is in SBCs, I believe, until mid-July, if I am correct. If we can go to the SBC, we've got 69 weeks remaining. So that takes us to, if I can find the date, the 21st of July. Is it? Yeah, 21st of July. So realistically, if we're in May already, what is it? Ultimate Team of the Season's going to be kind of start of June. Realistically, we're in footers at this point. So if you are not going for the Team of the Year by now, then realistically, we're going to be getting so much fodder over footers. If you are not very well endowed with coins, that is going to be the way to do it, is grind it consistently now and finish it off during footers. I know it's not necessarily the funnest thing to do, because obviously you want him now. You want to get him in your club. But unless you've got coins, it is physically impossible. You literally will need to buy players, because you are not going to pack a 92 rated team over and over and over again without duplicates. That being said, we should have a bit of fodder already in the club. If you've obviously been playing for a while, you might have players that have just made it out your team. For instance, if we look at a few players that we've got already, that again, like we say with the Team of the Seasons, realistically, I'm not going to use Casemiro. Realistically, I'm not going to use some of the icons we've got. Bale might not be used. Brandt won't be used. Even Royce, in some aspects, isn't going to be used, and it will all go dependent on how you like your club. For instance, Figo, Rio and Perez, Isaac, all 92s that won't be used in this club, and it will all depend on if you prefer to have a stacked club full of players that maybe you just want to throw into a random squad, or obviously you just care about your starting 11 and bench. That will then depend on obviously what cutthroat nature you are going to use for this. If you are obviously starting from fresh, there's a few ways that you can do this and kind of get by with it. Obviously, all of the objectives are going to be absolutely key. Getting the La Liga Cup, you obviously get a 90 rated player, or 91 in fact, some double 83s, 284s, more chances of obviously Team of the Seasons, a La Liga tots at the end, obviously with a Bundesliga review. Again, we've got an 89 icon, we've got a 90 rated Team of the Season, as well as another 90 rated Team of the Season at the end, and a 50k pack. Plus, obviously, some packs in the beginning as well. If then we go to Carrasco, again, may not be necessarily the greatest packs, but we get 2 90s and a 91. That is going to be perfect for obviously going into this SBC. If we Silver Star is not really going to give you anything. Obviously with Luis Gustavo, it's going to give you a 90 rated card that realistically can go straight in. That being said as well, we do have the level 30 which is going to be happening. Rooney unfortunately is a great reward for the end, but 30 84s is going to be absolutely key. There must be at least 3 to 4 Team of the Seasons in that you will be able to again put in. You could obviously go with obviously the Major League as well with the Team of the Season pack, but again, it all depends on what you want. That is going to be perfect for the fodder, and that is going to be perfect for a chance in your team. You have got the options obviously to get a Team of the Season you don't want, so you could put him in, but I think for me, the 30-84, especially if you are going for the Ronaldinho grind, is going to be massive. We then also have the daily logins that are going to be perfect. A lot of good packs coming from this as well, and also a Team of the Season player at the end for 1 bronze card. But also an 81 double every single day is always going to help. It gives you the chance of a team of the season, and that's realistically all we're looking for now. Like we said, the 91s, the 92 rated SBC, there is no gold cards that are 92 at all. So you are looking for the highest of high. Obviously, we've still got some foundations. They could be used in obviously the 88 rated squad for a one team of the season, 91, 92. You can then put some 86s and 87s into that SBC to make it a bit easier. And that's realistically the objectives. Do them all. That is going to be number one, absolutely crucial advice. Then we have got a few different gameplay methods that you can obviously go with. With obviously moments, we have got quite a few moments that you can try out. Obviously, we have got team of the seasons every week, so that's going to give you a few. And it's not necessarily the greatest packs you get back, but it is still packs at the end of the day. So for instance, if you go into your star gallery, if you haven't already bought them, we should be able to get quite a few decent packs. So rare gold packs, 83 pick. We then have an 84 pick, a 285, that's a super loan, small rare gold, untradeable 82, and an untradeable 86 double. Just from doing very quick gameplay. Moments is a loose term when you're playing half a game, but you can still grind that out very easily. We then have squad battles, again going to give you reds, give you a little bit of reward. It's just whatever you can get at this point. Realistically, you are looking for... What are we looking for? It is, I suppose there we can kind of start with a silver 2. At least gives you at least a 90 or 88 to 90 rated. If we then go to gold, I believe, yeah, it is max still. So it's realistically, you're looking at... Oh, that's a pick. We're looking at elite to get the team of the season. Obviously, that's going to be Bundesliga or EFL, as well as a rare Electrum, if you are looking to really double down on getting everything every single week. With obviously rivals, again, get to your rank of whatever you can. We obviously have the milestone. I think it's got a while yet, 18 days, so that does come within the time. Obviously, that's going to give you more rewards to get every week. So for instance, if you make it to elite, then obviously you get a 1 of 5 pick every single week, as well as then a double 100k, 250k, and two rare gold packs. Again, once a week. It's going to be a long grind, so you want to be out there for the long run. Obviously, we have foot champs every week. That's going to be good. And then the final way, which is SBCs. It's going to be the other way that I think is going to be most people's ways to try and get it done. Obviously, we have daily SBCs. We have other upgrades that come on Monday, and it is just going to be an absolute onslaught for them. So when we get the La Liga premium upgrades on Monday, that's going to be a good one to obviously get the lower team of the seasons and duplicates. From there, what you're going to be doing with them, if for instance you get a 90 dupe, I would always try and go for the highest rated first. If I get Ronaldinho on the favourites, I would always try and go from 92, 91 all the way down. Because realistically, if you do manage to get a 94 duplicate, whoever it is, say we get to Stegen again. If we don't necessarily have a 92 straight off the bat, maybe we try the 91 and keep going and down until you see where the fodder is. Because you don't want to get a ter Stegen and go and then do the 88, go then get another ter Stegen, and then I'm like, okay, I can't do another 91. So you want to try and go from bottom down all the way as long as you can. If you find that you don't have fodder and you obviously don't have the coins, then obviously try and go for the highest rated SBC you can go for, or use the quick sell recoveries if you do have them. But in general, that is going to be the best way for them. Keep doing your upgrades, are going to be absolutely massive every single day. Obviously, we normally get an 81 times 11, so that should be La Liga again to give us more players back, but also you're going to have to complete them as well. So don't drain your club every single day. Do it when you get duplicates, because that's going to be the number one best way. The final way, other than upgrades, is going to be doing your League SBCs. I don't say it enough, but is going to be very, very easy to complete. And for instance, with the Premium, which is the only one I use, obviously with the Ligue 1, I personally go with Marseille, as everything is absolutely cheap on the off days of league upgrades. So for instance, if we go to gold now, obviously with the rares, they will go up during upgrades, but most definitely are cheaper than chips at the moment. I believe you should be able to get, yeah, most of them for 700 at this moment in time. If then we look at the gold commons, again, they are on the floor. Remember this when we kind of go through it, but they are on the floor, so what you sell is going to be on the floor. It's normally a double way. If they're expensive, it tends to be because gold commons are expensive. So you obviously sell at a premium rate and buy at a premium rate. Obviously with that one's done with Marseille. I would sell everything you get from Jumbo Gold Pack, position modifiers, shadows, chemistry styles, players, managers, whatever you can sell, make sure you're selling it, because that's going to be the repeatable way. Then obviously with a Bundesliga Serie A, I personally would go with Bundesliga normally, Serie A normally. If the Serie A team of the season is out whilst you're watching this, then I would probably go with that as well. The premium upgrades can go into that. Then obviously for the Prem and La Liga, at the minute I would go with La Liga as that is the team of the season, but normally I would choose Prem as I tend to pack more Prem players than I do La Liga in different clubs. And then obviously finally for the Lib and Suds, remember with this, we can use Lib players and Sud players. So for instance, if I put 1 gold in here, and then if I go to Suds, I have got a gold, that does count, as we see at the top right, as a 2 players rather than 1. It was forever that I realised that I didn't have to just put Libs in. You can put Lib and Suds. Realistically, buy the Libs rather than the Suds, because Sud golds are expensive to get. The Libs are a lot cheaper if you go through and have a look. That one's going to be nice and easy. Get your 8 golds. Job's a good one. 1 team, perfect. And then you are just going to keep grinding. So for instance, with these 2 packs, I would sell absolutely everything you can get your hands on, and these 2 packs you keep. Plus then you get the prime gold at the same time. When upgrades are out, I personally would put anything that is non-SBC related into them upgrades. Obviously then that gives you 11 or 8 La Liga players back into the SBC, and back round you go. It is as simple as that. And obviously with selling everything, maybe you get lucky. Maybe you pack a team of the season. You sell a common that is 5k because it's Man City and their marquee matchups. That is just the way to grind it round, and you can literally just keep buying and buying and buying. They're going to be the best ways to get this done. It is going to be a grind. I'm not saying it's going to be quick or easy by any shout, and to be honest, you may question if it's even worth it at all, but for me, I feel like it's definitely a grind that I'm probably going to start at some point, but I feel like at the moment we're going to try the 90 plus icon, see what we can get, because if you do get a team of the year Ronaldinho, it saves you 4 mil of fodder. But apart from that, let me know if you need any help. Make sure you do like and subscribe on this, and we'll be back tonight with Push Gas. Take care. Peace.